Hi, this is Yolanda Vanveen, and in this segment we're going to talk about how to repel woodpeckers. Now, woodpeckers are really cute. They have little red heads and they make lots of noise because they're pecking on the wood, and you hear them because they live in old trees. And so they like to peck at the trees, and they're actually going for the insects inside the trees. They're not really meaning to kill your trees. They want the insects that are inside of the dead trees. That's their goal. But the problem is, a lot of times in the suburbs and in the city, there's not a lot of trees. So they're going for the houses. So a lot of people are finding woodpeckers in their attics and on their eaves and all over their houses pecking holes. So there's a few things that you can do to try to deter them or repel them from your house. And probably the easiest thing that you can do is just hang CDs. They don't like the shininess of the CDs. So if you know that you have a woodpecker in a certain area or in a certain tree, if you get a used CD or some kind of something that you're not using at the moment, and you just hang that from the tree, the color and the CD a lot of times will scare them. And if that doesn't work, a lot of times loud noises will work too. They don't really like loud noises. So if you have a horn or you hear them in your tree, you can always blare at them. And then it's not always nice. I don't like to hurt them in any way. So you never want to hurt your woodpeckers. You just want to encourage them to find a new home. So if you find them in an area that you don't want them, just spray them with a hose too. I know it sounds mean, but it doesn't hurt them. And a lot of times they will take off if you keep spraying them with your hose, and they'll realize that they're not wanted in that area and they're doing damage. And other people swear by the fact, if you have an area in your house that they're pecking at, if you mix like cayenne pepper or red hot chili pepper or curry powder or anything that's really, really strong, and you mix that with oil and you coat the area where they're at or the trees that they're in with that smell and with that oil, they hate the smell and it'll discourage them and they'll find a new home. And of course, if you're doing that to your house, you want to be careful because you don't want oil stains and all types of stains onto your house. But there's a lot of different tricks. A lot of times eucalyptus oil, they don't like the smell of eucalyptus sometimes. So just putting some of that in an area that they're pecking at works too. But in the end, I've realized that we need to live together with other animals and other birds. And so by just deterring them to another area, whether you take a spray bottle and just spray them with water, or take a hose, or put some red hot chili pepper in their morning tea, then they will find a new place to live and they won't be the problem that they were in the past.